Hey guys, I just tore my pec about a month ago and I had the surgery last week. So I just wanted to give some insight to those of you who might have done the same thing and just had questions on the surgery and some tips that I found through the whole ordeal and maybe save you the pain of going through this. So I was bench pressing. It was my last set, last rep. My form went to shit. So I think that's what caused I probably had a little more weight than I should have. So on my last rep up, about a foot or two off my chest, my left pectoral ripped and the weight came crashing down on me. So I never understood before how you hear of people dying in the gym when they're lifting by themselves. Now I can see why. I always thought you could just control the weight down and wiggle out of it, but as I found out, when your pec tears, you lose control and all power, so the bar just comes crashing down. I was lucky enough that my right hand was able to hold up the right side, so it wasn't the full brunt of the bar on me. Also, it hit about here. If it hit an inch or two up close from my neck, I don't know what would have happened. Having 200 pounds plus of iron land on your neck probably isn't a good ending. So I wouldn't be surprised if in those instances where people died benching in the basement by themselves, they did an autopsy, if they found that they actually ruptured their pec, and that's what led to it. So in any case, I have J hooks on the squat rack. I was too lazy to put it. If you have them, use them. And if not, even if you put a foam block, like a yoga block, or I have some foam slant boards, put that on your chest by your neck to just have that extra safety, just something. And hopefully that leads you to not go down all the way, which will maybe make you have better form, and then hopefully that helps prevent the pec tear. In any case, it happened about a month ago. I went and saw my primary physician, who did some tests on my arm that then got referred to orthopedic surgeon, saw the PA there. She poked and prodded, did x-ray, got a prescription for MRI, got the MRI. That was uncomfortable. And then finally went back to see the surgeon. The MRI wasn't super conclusive. I also saw my physical therapist that I've known for a while. Again, kind of prodded and probed. It was yeah, it seems like you have a torn pec. Couldn't really tell me if it was full or not. So hopefully this is the biggest tip I can give to anyone. I wasn't sure if I was gonna have the operation because it wasn't definitive that it was fully torn. I thought maybe I could get by and rehab. And after a week or two of the injury, I kind of felt normal. I was I don't feel that bad. I had some loss of power, but it wasn't pronounced. And I was just kind of lying to myself that, oh, maybe it's just a partial tear, I'll be all right. But after all these doctors, what they didn't have me do, and I just kind of found out by accident, was I was bending, I hinged at the hips to get something under my bathroom counter. I looked in the mirror, and so, just kind of like this, and then looked in the mirror. My left chest, my left breast was literally, it looked like I was out of a National Geographic magazine. It was gross. It was just droopy boob. So right there, I was wow, that's a visual that I can't deny. Something definitely tore completely. I don't know how it looks with a partial tear, but I can tell you if you have a full tear, you'll notice when you do that in the mirror. So just hinge at the hips, look and see, if gravity takes its toll. So with that, I had the surgery. And look, if you're on the fence, I'm by no means a fan of surgery. I have to say it was relatively easy. I had both my ACLs repaired. Compared to that, this was a walk in the park. I got in at 6:30 in the morning. I was out by 10:30. The thing I was most nervous about was a nerve block, which is a shot they give you in your neck, essentially. The doctors were great. They gave me some medicine to calm me down. I didn't really feel anything more than it felt like a finger on your neck, basically. Then I was out, I was home, before lunch. Because of the nerve block, I didn't need any pain medication right away. After it wore off, 24 hours later, I just managed with Tylenol. Didn't need to go any of the opioids that they prescribed. That was great. I was with it. You can walk around. You still have use of your other hand, which I'm holding up this phone with now. I was able to type with that hand. Nice tip is I was able to use, or am able to use Word to dictate to transcribe speech to text and just copy and paste that into my chats or emails. So I'm lucky enough to have a white collar job and I can work from home if I have to. So that was a big plus. Within a couple days, I was starting to help out around the house a little bit with my one good hand. And then a week later, so 1 week and 1 day ago, I had the surgery yesterday. I walked my dog. I mowed the lawn with one hand. Probably shouldn't have done that, but I coached my daughter's softball game. So, mostly back to normal. I'm at least not a burden on my family. I can help out around the house. A little more tired than I would be normally, but other than that, I'm pretty functional. So, if you're on the fence because of what the surgery might be like or what the recovery might be like, so far, 1 week out, I have to say it has not been bad. So don't let that stop you. Now, a couple tips if you do get the surgery. I wish someone had told me. This is going to sound kind of gross, but shave your armpits a couple days before the surgery. Don't do it the day before because you can't have any nicks by where they're going to have the incision. I found that out just by talking to the doctor, but your armpits are going to smell. I can't. The first couple days, you're just going to have your arm stuck to your side. I think it's more mental than anything. So, you can't even get in there to wash it. And then your other side, you only have one hand. So it's like you can't reach down there without help. So I think shaving your armpits would be a great help. I stink. It's awful. So that's probably the biggest downside. Also, sleeping with this thing is no fun. It's just uncomfortable. So one thing I'm going to ask tomorrow in my follow-up, let's see if I can do this, is just if I could unclip this instead of having it around your neck and shoulders. If you could just transfer it and put it around your waist and have your arm straight and sleep that way, because the whole point is so you don't move your arm around. And this still accomplishes this. It's just a lot more comfortable when sleeping if you can have it like this. Hopefully you can see that. But I just wrapped it around my waist and I have it clipped. And so my arm is straight out like this. And that's just much more comfortable to sleep in. So that's it. Those are my tips. I'll see what the doctor says tomorrow if I can do that. Ask your doctor. Good luck if it's happened to you. But ultimately the surgery really hasn't been that bad. The pain is really minimal, and it sounds like the recovery is going to be too long before getting back to normal. So hope you glean something from this and it can help out.